Hey everyone, Wander here, and welcome back to some more Orb of Creation. Our fruit tree is done growing, produces fruit, so I can now gather fruit. When complete, get a random fruit, and starts recovering refunds. Alright, let's see what happens. I've earned a fruit. What? Where? What? What do I do with the fruit? Well, alright. Oh, inventory fruit. Okay. Aye. Alright, we're gonna ignore that for now. Which sucks, actually. Screw it. I need some more trees. I hate to do this. We're gonna destroy 2 of these. We'll plant some more of them eventually. This is going to obviously harm my nature magic income, but like, well, I get plenty of it just by casting spells anyway. Right, I should probably actually buy some things. So, the problem is if I want to get the workshop, I'm going to need 400 wood, and so I need to cut down 1 more tree. Kinda sucks. Let's see. So I should probably buy a couple of these. I usually go for the Urn of Urns. Let's go back here, get the infuse. Just really buy anything that we can get our hands on. Let's see, Scholar, because yeah, I left this running for a little while. Not like huge amounts of time. But I left this running just to, you know, grow that tree. And I guess we also stacked up a whole mess of resources, so I should be spending them on something. Let's see. Anything else here? Infused mana is going to be too expensive. Back to Scholar, probably more Scholar's Aura. Academic. Intellect a couple of times. Should probably also maybe get Focus Aura, but maybe not. Let's see. So the other unfortunate part of this for me is that I'm going to need a hell of a lot of skill because I'm going to have to plant some trees. I can't always destroy this, but you can't actually chop down the fruit tree, which is... Holy shit. Okay, we're just going to leave that. Whatever it is. And like, hopefully at some point we can expand this. Okay, capacity from expert expansion. Huh. Well, we're not capped on resources, so let's actually take a look at that. Expert expansion. I have a point. I could invest into something. This would give me plot capacity. Okay. So we already have physicality. Overgrowth requires high level druidry and expansion. Tech our mages, brainiac, some other things. Much as I'd like that, we might want to hold off. Let's see. Stop this at this point. Maybe? I don't know how much we want to invest into any of those. Let's see. Can I start planting a tree? I can. Because yeah, that we need to chop down at least 1 more tree after this. Okay, some resilience, some aptitude, some cunning. Because yeah, as soon as we get the workshop, a lot of things open up for me, but I just need a tree for that. Had I known, had I been paying attention, things might have been a little different. Not too much. Like realistically, I'm not regretting too many of my decisions here and like the paths that I've taken through this game. Realistically, because once again, I can always undo most of these things. Most of these things, not all of them. And fix them at a later date or whatever. It's really just the research. This is the one thing I cannot undo. Which does make it a little tricky. But only a little. Okay, let's see. Technology, we don't have any. We have expert. I just have to be careful with this one because once again, I only get this for leveling this up and this gets progressively more expensive, I believe. Yeah. Yeah, so it was 85 previously for the last orb, or like 2 orb advancements ago, and now we're up to 95. Hopefully there's some other way of farming them at some point, but I don't know. It's like one of the biggest lock me into a thing mechanics that we have. Guess what I should do... Spells... You know what? Let's swap back to this one. Yeah. Because I'm going to need a lot of thaumaturgy. And so I might as well generate more. Because this is Cantrip spell power. There's a lot of things that are actually very much going to benefit me here. Let's see. Just gotta be able to afford them. Yeah, do I want to just get a couple in attunement? Sure. Realistically, yeah, I should be investing hard into Wizard's Aura, even if we do not have enough expert wizardry to efficiently use it. I should probably also do a bunch of Infused Spark, but to effectively use it, I'm going to need one more level in Expert Storm. Maybe I go for that, but I was hoping to get access to this first. How much is this going to require? 279. Yikes. Oh, that's more than I need. Let's see. A little bit more. I'm just trying to get all of these, because that'll give me a magical advancement and a glyph upgrade. Oh, I've been kind of ignoring those. And I shouldn't be. Because I bet we actually have some glyphs to upgrade. Oh, I got 5. So, another quick max usage increases the cooldown speed, reduces the cost. I think I'm going to keep investing in that. Okay, and every 6 levels get an additional free usage. Damn, they're really expecting you to get a lot. Oh, toxicity. How much condensed magical energy you can metabolize? Yeah. Because I like the idea of potentially making this cheaper. Though it doesn't seem like it actually affects. I'm not quite sure how these factor. Or, oh no, this is just across the board. This isn't just for using quick. This is just a permanent bonus to all cantrip cooldown speed and cost. So this would boost cantrip spell power, and this boosts casting speed. That's just flat. Holy shit, that's actually really good. I didn't even think about that. Now, how far off are we on Glyphcraft? Oh, actually I could make a new glyph. Okay, so we can do weak. Let's see. Reduces a spell's power, but also its spell weight cost. Oh, so it effectively makes it cheaper. Or we have extended, which adds to the duration, but cooldown. Weak is certainly an interesting choice. Extended, I like. I like the idea of going for extended. So I think I'm going to pick it up because I bet if I do this, yeah, it extends cantrip durations. I don't know how many of those I have. I probably have some. Currently, I don't think it really benefits me much, but it's still vaguely useful. Okay. Can I chop down this tree finally? Yes. Okay, though of course I'm gonna need to actually get enough dexterity to do so. That should give me plenty. I probably can also level up my skills at this point, which I should keep in mind. Let's see, we can do a little bit more. Okay, let's go here for Psi. One other thing I should probably do is actually, like, maybe add a couple to favorites. Pin flag. Remember it for later or inspect. I'm just going to pin a couple of these. Specifically, some of the ones that are less likely that I'm not looking at as much. Okay, so we've got plenty of wood. Holy shit, we have wood. Time to make a workshop. This is, I would say, probably my favorite part of this game. Is starting to mess around with artificing. Because this is where we start getting just ludicrous amounts of resources. Okay, that gets me construction. Potentially even to the point where I'm generating endless amounts of wood. Okay, workshop. So I can make a wood axe, so increases harvesting power, energetic resource rate. We have a construction aura. Oh, there we go. Not even a question. Yeah, I'm just going to burn all my wood on that, and then we're just going to start investing into capability. These two open doors. Let's see, and we have enough for artificer crafting. I now have enough capability. Okay. Develop artifacts. And then we can also get artificer crafting, though we might have to wait a cycle or two. Also have learned conductors. Can invest more into that, but yeah, let's just keep farming these. Let's see. Do I have anything else I could invest into while we're waiting? Wizard's Aura a couple of times. Okay, artifacts. Start constructing an artifact. And some more of this so we can make a blast staff. So every 15 seconds, next spell cast gets extra cantrip and charm power. We can keep making more. Okay. So, splash mental resources. Okay, casting spells generates mental resources. Uses output level. Okay. But might make it more expensive? So that's knowledge, skill, and psi. I don't necessarily need that. This, on the other hand, gives me energetic resources, which is spark, psi, and verdant energy, which I'm not... I don't get them out. Generates massive amounts of energetic resources on critical hits after spell crit cast. I like this one. I think this one, that's okay, I just don't need it. So I'm going to go with that one even though I cannot comfortably use it. Okay, let's go level some things up. Let's see. Do I have the next level of spell casting as well? No. So I'm going to nix that. Nix this. These don't cost me anything. So let's do pair small. Or instead of this, maybe I should do a second one of these. Yeah. Because it seems like we benefit from just having the booster running. Let's see, magic, wizardry. Just gonna pin attunement. I just want to kind of buy these whenever I can. Okay, artificer crafting. We can work on amulets in a bit. Okay, back to magic, wizardry, get a resilience. Just because I want to get the 300. Or so, and then we can start looking into things. So workshop yeah, a lot of things. Workshop, wood axe, charger. Still haven't figured out how to get the paper or crafting. Okay, there's our answer. So I should have actually done this a while ago. Wait, are you kidding me? It takes that long for the tree to grow? Wow. Okay. That's slightly dire. I guess I should probably start investing in the axe. Oh, but I can't. Let's get another artifact. Okay, spell cost and aura power, which I should look into what auras I have. So those are the only two I can equip. So I want to take a look at this. What are auras? Oh, so auras are all of my passive generators. So the knowledge, psi, skill, and thaumaturgy. Those are all auras. Okay, maybe not using some of these particularly well. It's fine. Okay, so it's going to be a little while before I can make another one of those. I want to work on this, but we don't have enough. Base skill, craftsmanship. Okay, keep pushing engineering. Because, yeah, we want to get that crafting cost. Oh, but it's almost nothing. Yeah, because I can slowly reduce the cost in there, but it's so pricey. So, yeah, we're slowly reducing the price to make paper. I think we have to get rid of this tree. Which sucks, because, like, it was an expensive thing to make, but it's just not going to work for me. So I think we'll replant the 2 seedlings and then 2 more trees, because we need to start getting trees down. I am noticing there is a mastery level that I can scale these things up. I might actually go back into Magic, Spellbook, Loadout, grab another one of these. Yeah, that actually works because we have enough agility generation. Or not agility, we have enough knowledge generation at this point that I don't need to worry about it. Okay, the rest of this is kind of expensive. But yeah, the more I do for this, the more paper I get and the cheaper the paper is. Okay, let's go back to this. Let's just get 2 more of these. Spell mastery levels. Should probably just pin this one. Really just whenever any of these resources are full, we can just trigger and go from there. Yeah, I want to just have oodles of crafting capabilities. This is about to tick over. Oh, there are some things. I haven't looked into any kind of research. We might have actually unlocked some stuff here. No new concepts. Contemplating this one actually is not too bad. Can't pin it, so I'll just have to remember. So I actually have 2 orb upgrades. So I have Expert Artificer, Artificer effect levels, Workshop effect levels, all artifact power, and corporeal type experience. And then we have Expert Augments. What is this going to unlock for me? So, Dazzling Workshop, Tech Maestro, Attunement Mastery, Artifact Gloves, Artifact Capacity, Dual Wield Conductors, and Artifact Tools. I kind of want to put points into this. It's going to not pay out for a little while. Oh, this is slightly foolish of me. I didn't even pay attention to the cost. Okay, let's plant another one of these. And then we're going to start planting trees as soon as the rest of these are done. Whew. That's pricey. I've made a mistake. Not a huge one, but still. We can also raise my druidry levels, which is going to increase my prices dramatically, but may give me what I'm looking for. And I need a little bit more space. Okay. And now I've got enough skill. So we have 2 of these growing. So it's, yeah, just waiting for that. Fruit tree, absolutely. Messed me up in a bad way. Okay. So maybe, what else do we need for some of these? So Druidry level 3, or at level 5. More in Wizardry, more in Artificer. Yeah, I just want to see if any of these other ones get me interesting tech. So, Expert Scholar Concept Experience, which is kind of good. Storm, Scholar. Really, I'm just looking for anything that's vaguely easy to get. Increases your max Druidry level and generates a random treasure. So, Razor Precise Spells. Enhances critical spellcast and spell speeds. This is the one I was kind of wondering about, is leaning into crit really hard could actually do some fun things. Fine. We'll get that one. I've been putting it off anyway. Okay, back to this, because I should be able to draw. I should be able to plant at least a tree. And then these will be hopefully done growing shortly. And slowly get me some income, though the tree is expensive. Okay, now I have actually too much skill. Well, no. Not really. Back to this. Give me an amount, because that gets me the infused mana. I just want to kind of make sure my thaumaturgy is close to done. Okay. Is this done? Okay, perfect. So now if we go back to this, yeah, my infused spark is actually considerably better than it was. So I can actually invest more into it. Let's see. So I could duplicate my spell book. Scholarism Artificer. Scholarism to improve experience rates of various Artificer bits. I mean, it's kind of good. What is this? Tech tree. Oh, plot capacity. So plus 8 plot capacity solves a lot of my problems. Artifact capacity gives me a hidden component. Kind of nice. And what is this one? So spatial speed stats. No, we want to grab this one. That's a little expensive, but not heinously so. Because, yeah, the extra plots means I have more things that I can cut down. And considering how slow this has been, yeah, I need that badly. Plant another wheat. Another one of these, but that is pricey. Okay, let's go back to this. This sucker we still cannot cast comfortably. I'm going to need 12 levels of wizardry, so we're going to leave that for a while. So this is a conjuration cantrip. So, and verdant energy is natural and energetic. So this does actually boost my energetic resource rate. And then that boosts my cantrip power. They're both charms, which is something I should kind of think about boosting at some point. Spark per second, magic resources, okay. Holy shit, this is terrible. Oh, man. Okay, planting a tree has become significantly harder than it was. Let's see, because yeah, if we go back to agromancy, I mean, look, we're making progress. Go back to loadout. Can I, slap this on? Yeah, I can just stack a bunch of these, because I have more resources than cost at the moment. Okay, raise the output level. I was wondering about that. Okay, we must have planted our first tree. And then we're going to have to wait a minute for each of those slots. So be it. Let's see. Unfortunately, the tree is going to take a while to grow. I have slots aplenty. We just kind of leave it. Yeah, that's 2.5 minutes. Okay. Let's see. There are bookcases. And, like, realistically, I really... grab a couple of those upgrades. And yeah, we still haven't looked into boosting, like, physicality at all. Contemplate a new concept. That's actually what I was waiting for. Okay, so analyze elemental. Reduces elemental attribute costs. So that's spark. That's spark. Otherwise, we have magic learning. Gets me... No, we're definitely going to go with this one. Because I can actually do this one. Okay. We'll just let that run for a while. Because I can't do more. Let's see. Expert research. Yeah, we're waiting on this one. I can pause. I think I'm going to pause it for a while just because it's going to eat up most of my wood, and I should be using my wood to boost my ability to get better axes. Probably boost more of that. Because yeah, the more I invest into wood axe, the more I can just eat trees for large quantities of resources. Another level of these two, just because. Okay, how long on this tree? It's weird to be just sitting here waiting to chop down a tree, but hey. Let's start working on this one. Because right now I can just generate tons of verdant energy. Yeah, so how much does this spell cost? 40,000. Yikes. Because yeah, we just want to make sure that we have as many trees ready to plant as possible. Okay. Another couple levels in Urn of Urns for now. Couple in that. Okay. I need 10 million before I can get the next one, which actually is not as far away as you think it would be. It's far, but not that bad. And yeah, at some point we should level up Scholar. It just hasn't been... the most necessary. Okay. I'm out of... oh, we want to go to this one. The fact that that is an instant jump up to maximum for both is still very silly to me. Okay, agromancy, can I chop down tree? I actually had a tree ready to go. And now we're out of skill. Guess we have to wait a little bit. Oh. You know what, while we're here, just start investing hard into this. Because it'll take a little bit to get all of these upgrades. Wow, this takes a while. Upgrading the axe is going to increase how much we get per tree. By, what, 4.5%, give or take? 2 or 3%? Well, supposedly we'll get more. Okay, do we make enough paper that I can get bookcases? I think so. Go back to this one. Oh, over 4 seconds gain 2 paper. That's interesting. And eventually we get spells that boost these tremendously. Yeah, learn cloaks. So close. Okay, there's the bookcases. Then we can get advanced bookcases. So that's workshop. Okay, so magic book. Automagic tome. Aura power. I need expert augments and I need magic paper for that. Ah! This is crazy business. It's fine. Let's go back to this. Get some more skill. Get another tree to chop. Another tree to plant. Because we want to make sure that they're both going back and forth, much as we possibly can. Hopefully at some point we can just set quotas and it just auto-plants itself. That potentially is not happening. So Thalmic Scroll is very expensive, requires a shit ton of paper. Gonna have to work around that. Don't have an easy way of doing so. Yeah, aura. So we definitely want to boost anything centered around auras right now. We also definitely are going to need expert augments multiple levels worth. That means I need to buy a bunch of cheap upgrades, which, I mean, anything will do. That'll give me a little bit of skill per second. The more of that I can get, the less I have to, like, sit around waiting for it to tick up, which is nice. Do I actually want to look into rapid construction? It's okay. I think we actually look into more lumberjacking. Yeah, you heard me. You know what I'm talking about. I'm not a lumberjack and I'm still okay. Let's see. Because we chop trees pretty quick. Those will grow. It's going to take a while. Dimensional. I really haven't been investing into like this at all. And I should. I should probably also make sure that I have enough. Because yeah, each of these, I believe, gives me a decent amount of cap for both of them. And I should go for that. Like, if I want to get a bunch of orb experience, I should probably just be jamming these really basic upgrades that I've been ignoring this entire time. Because, yeah, I've got tons of them. That, you know, it's like casting experience gained. It's nice, but I don't directly care. But if I want orb experience, this is how we do it. Okay, so that's out. But orb advancement, orb experience, cool. Develop this. Oh, you know what? I should also just resume developing. I've got plenty of wood now. So that gets me a couple of bonuses. What else do we have? Concept effect levels, studious effect levels. I mean, that's kind of good. +1 spell capacity. Oh. Spell capacity, cantrip, spell power, infusion level. Oh shit, that's good. Improved casting, just across the board. Amazing. And yeah, that just boosts my focus aura, which gives me more psi. It does give me improved study, which does let me develop more attributes. So that would boost my Q there. And the speed in which it does so. So, like, those are some options. Let's see, I just want to see if there's anything else here that I'd rather go for. But I think a lot of these I just am a far cry from the right level. So, yeah, do we want to actually grab this one? I think so. Realistic, at some point I will be able to farm these resources. Or at least we'll just end up with so many of them that it does not matter. I don't know. Has this become too expensive? It's become too expensive, apparently. That's okay. We got resilience and aptitude. I read that originally as attitude, and I'm like, yeah, I got some attitude. I can be sassy. I think just like years of being a YouTuber has kind of made me a little, I don't want to say like biting, but when, you know, when somebody leaves like a really rude comment, it's hard not to eventually, to every once in a while, just like leave something a little snitty. Okay, so the other thing I should probably do, let's go to this one. I've been ignoring Spark this entire time. It's a resource that is kind of hard to charge, or not charge, kind of hard to use. Should I actually grab charge spells? I think so, because I can use that specifically on charms and cantrips, to give them just a bonus that they just flat benefit from. Okay, spellbook, spells. Anything level up? That just requires more. That should be enough. Okay, so we want to do this. This is a cantrip. Cost me a ton of energy. Okay, so channeled for up to 16 seconds. It is a cantrip, so it potentially benefits from this. It is an energetic power. So I could potentially do Psychic Blast. Whirling Sorcery. Okay. Whirling Sorcery. And Channel Spark. Would I prefer to have the shorter cooldown? Yeah, because what do we do with this one? What does that do? Holy shit. So, heavy cost, no cooldown. Wow. Okay, that has some really interesting potential that I should mess around with at some point. Because, yeah, that cooldown is normally... Oh, that's just a 15-second cooldown. Why did I think that was a minute? Oh, this one's the long one. Okay, so that leaves me with enough that I can just equip these two. I don't know if this is the most practical. Okay, so we want to do magic, wizardry. Do an infused mana. Just spend what I've got for a moment. Do we have anything that boosts energetic? We do. Everywhere. Let's see. Scholar. I don't have too much. Okay. So this is going to cost me oodles. But now I can just crank my infused spark sky high. I don't think we want to spend more for a second. Mostly just want to boost as many of these. Ooh, agility actually would be very good to finally start putting some points into. Just the flat cantrip cooldown speed is extremely nice. Okay, and I can keep infusing spark, though I'm running out of juice. It is fine. The entire goal of this is to just get my spark finally up to a level where I can actually use it for a bunch of other upgrades, and also just farm a bunch of orbs. Hey, we just do the duplicate spellbook. Don't even have to think about that. So that gets me 2 more slots for something. For a reason. Okay. I guess I should probably also get rapid construction the next time we get up there. Do I want to get a couple in construction aura? Sure. And base energetic resource rates. A world agromancy. I should remember chop a tree down. Because I think this is... Oh, no, that's a natural and a mental. So neither of those help it. We have other things that do. But neither of those. Plant 4 trees. It's going to cost me all of my natural resources. We currently do not need them. Okay, so there's rapid construction. Nothing else there. So I guess back to this. I don't want to like spend too many upgrades or too much energy on that. Oh no, it's academic. It's academic and study magic. Those are the ones that I should be going for. Because all of these are just going to slowly increase my various like baseline level resource gain. Not this one. The casting experience gain per cast, not so much so. But academic for sure. Let's see, do I actually want to get a couple in Scholar Aura? Sure. And Focus Aura? Sure. How many really haven't gotten a single orb point from that? That's nutty. I was expecting to at least get a couple. But it's okay. Okay, Scholarism Artificer, which actually is, like, reachable. Okay, do we want to do one more round of spark casting? Maybe once I have a little bit more money. I also just want to make sure that anything that uses spark, I've invested into. We do have the Urn of Expansion that I haven't really invested into. Yeah, study magic? No, I think I'm just going to keep doing academic for a couple rounds. Okay, then back over here, Urn of Expansions. Okay, we're completely out. Then back over here. More spark reserves. Probably some infused spark. Okay. I think that's about all I'm going to get off of spark for now. But it feels good. You know, we've gotten a lot of good upgrades off of these. So let's go back over to this. Just get a bunch more. And yeah, whenever we're offered other upgrades, we should probably go for them. But I don't know. I think we're looking pretty good. Oh, damn it. I could have actually got Scholarism there. But now my psi gain rate is very good. And yeah, I could definitely be focusing more on Focus Aura. Okay, so that got me one of these. I want to take a look. Yeah, so we want the Auto Magic Tome. So let's go back to Scholarism, Expert Augments, Cantrip, Augment Resonance. What does resonance mean? No idea. But I got it now. Okay. Okay, grab those two. Couple points in that, couple points in Cunning. Cunning is very good, and I should be investing more into it. Okay, more in focus aura, which I should be investing more. Okay, study artifacts, artifact mastery rate, and all plot experience rate. It's nice, it's very pricey though. Keep grabbing those. Probably back to agromancy. Oh, we're still waiting for these trees to grow. I should probably have stopped. Oh, the issue is we just don't have enough nature magic. And I've been messing myself up. By not stocking enough. Well, I mean, easy enough to farm up. Okay, that should give me plenty. I don't know, let's put a couple points into some of these upgrades. Because I've been ignoring them anyway. Okay. All we've got left is one tree. That's a spatial parchment. Okay, so we can't get more of that. Back to this, start cutting trees down. Means I'm probably going to pop over here. Because, yeah, I'm going to want the wood. Because I'm going to want paper. Because I'm going to want a bunch of things. There's a lot of wants that I'm juggling here. And that's okay. Because, I mean, we're making so much progress. Previously, I was just kind of sitting around being like, okay, I need to make a little bit of progress here, there, and the other place. And now it's just like, go nuts. Everywhere you look is a new avenue for growth. You need only just pay attention to it for a little while. I could raise my druidry level. Slightly faster, but significantly less efficient. Doing it. I don't think it benefits me. I wonder if it's one of those that we actually, like, should be bouncing up and down as far as some of these go. Maybe. Let's see, do I actually want to plant some more void moss? I think so. It is definitely getting me the least amount of resources. Out of all of the ones that I've got. Okay. Some more points in that. I should probably actually switch back over here. Oh, spell is being cast. Okay, get a couple of those, and then just keep stacking focus aura. Okay. Get a point in that. We don't have much here. A couple in retention. I'm just trying to stay away from having anything maxed out. And let's plant one more of these. Because, yeah, I want that income. Okay. So, woodworking is outside of what I can afford. Cloaks is doable, but expensive. And yeah, I don't think I have any spells that boost this stuff. If I want to unlock a new one, oh, spell crafting. Let's see if we get something cool. So kinetic mind, or amass power. After spellcast or after attribute developed, splash mental resources. We don't really need that. Gain a momentum. which is good. I just don't think I care. I guess I'll pick this one up. Not amazing. Okay, I'm gonna need spark for that one. I'm gonna need plant for that one. Guess back to the plants. Okay, and we get both. Because, yeah, that boosts my energetic levels. A little bit. Not hugely. Oh. Toggle for 20 seconds after spellcast or attribute. Oh, so this thing is actually a lot better than I thought. But I'd have to do a bunch of it. It'll probably be better once we're the right level. Okay. Yeah, so I could keep leveling this up for Cantrip cooldown. A little bit of power, a little bit of duration. I'm curious, 8% duration. And 8% power. Otherwise, I could keep leveling this up for a free usage. Yeah, without invoking the usage cost, which does seem like it has some potential. That's too pricey, though. Okay. So we definitely want the druidry levels for the harvesting. But not for the planting. Yeah, I'll have to mess around with that. Let's see. Well, do I just give myself a shit ton of paper? I think I have to. Craftsmanship for crafting power? I mean, probably just invest in both of these. Because realistically, if I can get my engineering up a bunch. Let's see, harvest agromancy speed, crafting speed. They're nice. Oh, that's how you charge a cantrip. That's interesting. Yeah, so big boost, but a lot of work. Good for buffs. Very good, but very good for buffs. And I think if you initiate casting the skill before the buffs wear out, you get the full benefit. But I could be wrong. Some base skill capacity. Let's grab another one of those. And yeah, if I'm just sitting around and I don't have any buffs going, I might as well go for the fully charged version. It does make me wonder if I should just go for like a bunch of really cheap spells and go from there. Options. Okay, because yeah, barely increase the amount of paper I get. Let's see. But then again, this is, I mean, it is getting cheaper. Just very slowly. What I really want is the auto magic tome. Increases my aura power by a little bit. And that's just everything? Question, are you guys aura? No. So Void Moss is not affected. It's herbs and plants. Cut down some more trees. I guess here we might as well power cast it. Because that way I can kind of go back and forth. Let's see. It's pricey though. But I think it's fine. Okay, and then I should plant some trees. Drop this down. Yeah, because I think we can plant the trees at the lowest possible druidry level. And get the most benefit from it? Maybe? Okay. What else do we do? Yeah, because we have study harvesting. So yeah, the other thing to note is that we're getting mastery experience. I don't know what mastery levels do for this. So it increases all plot yields. Ah. Okay, can I make a thalmic scroll? I can. I can only make one. We didn't have enough paper for more. So planting paper is actually quite good. We're just going to require a ridiculous amount of paper. Oh, but I have so much wood. That it's actually not instant. Wait. How do we just instantly finish that? Oh, because it's not doing... It's doing them in bulk, not one at a time. Well, that's helpful. Yeah, so in that case, we should make a bunch of paper. Okay. So that... case we can also get the auto magic tome. We can get a lot of them. Auto magic tome is going to increase all of my resource generators by a lot with every upgrade. And then there is the thalmic tome, which just gives me extra cap, which is nice. We just don't care as much about that. But yeah, this went from like 400 something up to 700 as a result of that. Stacking auto magic tomes is goofy. But still not giving me enough of what I need. Okay, let's go back to crafting. Just keep getting as much paper as we can get our hands on. And yeah, keep working on this, even though it's a kind of scuddy aura. Planning. Cloaks. Hardworking, but that's beyond my capabilities. Kind of. Yeah, get a couple of those. Trying to think of what else. Reserve Orb. Reserve mana capacity, improves spells and infusions. I mean, sure. Okay, so getting this paper is giving me a couple of things. So flow binds energy to movement. Greater thalmic wisdom, so doubles my thaumaturgy capacity. And conjuration, alteration, wizardry upgrades. Does require 100 thalmic scrolls. So that's gonna take some time. Get those other trees planted, because they're going to take a while to grow, and then we can work on cutting them down. Let's see. Casting. Raise output. So raise reserve level. Spell cost for a slew of strong bonuses. Really wish I understood how that worked. Okay, here it is. Increases spell cost significantly in exchange for greatly improved passive generation of resources and spell power. So, increases spell cost by a lot, but boosts all infusions, resource rate, cantrip. Yeah, that is good. That's very good. Okay, back to workshop. I guess we're going to make one set of these. Cost me like all my paper. That's okay. Okay, raise the reserve level by a little bit. Oh, holy smokes, that's a huge bonus. How much? It does heavily increase my spell costs. I won't sugarcoat that. That's going to be awful to deal with. However, I don't have to. I can just not do anything. Let's get my skill capability up. Namely, if I'm not casting skills, the reserve magic isn't really much of a downer. Like, if I want to just go full lazy boy style, this works. I'm going to need more, though. I'm going to need 17. I'm going to need a lot more paper. But yeah, that's a massive value gain. Oh, nope. Drop this back down. Go here. 3. Yeah, so if I had a higher druidry level, it would just be increasing this marginally. Or am I actually hosing myself? Maybe I am. Maybe I'm misinterpreting how this works. Because I wonder if we're actually making smaller trees with this. We might be. Okay, can I even cast these spells? I should be able to. Yeah, we're just gonna cut the 2 trees. Yeah, so we got considerably less. Than we had. Energy trees. Growth of energetic trees should be possible. Okay, back to this. So, yeah, size times 13.5, 7.7. So I think we do need this after all. So in that case, what I should probably do is start focusing on some of these things. Because even with the reservation, we are actually doing fine. Snag some of these. Because yeah, I get a ton of resources. And so I think if I just actually put the effort into this, like one thing I could do is a spell cost spell drain. Oh, but that's all resource rate. Cantrip spell power. No, so the reserve is actually just useful. Holy hell, it's expensive. Okay. Agromancy. So if I want to start planting another tree, actually is not as bad as you would think. I mean, obviously it's costing me a ton. But I'm really curious about these energy trees. We might want to see if we can boost that. And one thing to consider is I could probably go for a slightly smaller set of trees. You know, drop my druidry level just a little bit. I could also raise my druidry level more and suffer. These are options. I mean, I will. It costs an insane amount of this. However, what's the refund? Oh, chance for it to not consume its component. Oh, that's interesting. Because yeah, I could just go for planting a tree at this. It's much more affordable. It's still going to eat a lot of resources and make a smaller tree, but at least it's something I can reliably do so without like insane amounts of effort. Or, and hear me out here, this is extremely expensive, but it makes a tree that is 32 times the size of a regular tree. I don't know if this is worth it exactly. I don't know if we have the mana for this either. Yeah, so I should probably just be doing charge spells. Well... Because, yeah, probably somewhere in this internal set, it actually does have a thing for, like, the size of the tree that I'm currently chopping, or the size of trees currently placed in one of these locations. I just haven't found it. Well, I guess I'm just going to sit around casting... Oops, should not be doing those. Sitting around getting random upgrades while we wait. You know, actually, if I'm doing this, maybe... Because this doesn't increase the cost. I think we're going to level up heavy. I'm just going to get rid of that. If I can't cast this often, it's not insane of me to just go, like, full bore heavy here. Because it's going to have a long-ass cooldown, but the greatest possible effect. These are cantrips. As soon as we get another augment slot, it wouldn't be a bad idea. Oh, we've planted the tree. Time to do it again? I think this is kind of working. Especially because each of these individual casts has its own separate cooldown, I think. Or maybe they're linear, I don't know. kind of working. I don't know. I have no idea what the, like, right way to play this is. But at least we're going to have 2 monstrous trees. And then we're going to have to do the same thing with axes. But maybe it's fine. Maybe it will just give me infinite wood. I would like infinite wood, please. And then, like, eventually I know we get structures that grow more. It might even be the energy trees. And that might actually be something that we look into. Oh, when this is plot size. I don't know how the plot sizes work. I feel like that's information that's kind of hidden from me. Yeah, I'm just going to keep bumping these. Because it's clear from, like, a progression perspective. Okay, plot sizes are not what I'm looking for here. Yeah, unfortunately I'm going to need... a ludicrous amount of all of these upgrades. That's probably all I've got. Alright, start growing the tree. Well, we had an overabundance for a bit. Because, yeah, I'm trying to get up to the point where I can get energy trees. Hold up. This is energetic. So actually getting a bunch of thalmic scrolls inherently is going to give me the capacity that I'm looking for. But I'm going to need a lot of thalmic scrolls. We might actually want to sidestep and go back to boosting crafting for a little while. And, like, my ability to craft. Yeah, I thought Druidry level 5 was going to be way too expensive and a bit of a pain. It is, but we are actually generating monster freaking trees. It just takes some work. Okay, what else do we have? I can also just do, like, physicality a bunch. Oh, we also just have memory, which also raises the cap. Like, physicality and memory both do. Oh, there we go. So now we for sure can get that. So let's go back to this. Let's see. Scholar book, energetic resource cap, wood axe. I gotta break a couple of eggs. I'm going to max out wood axe, then we're going to harvest the massive quantity of trees that we've been growing. And then I loop back down. There is stuff like planning for paper. And maybe that's not a bad idea. I could also just invest in a bunch of magic books. But I really want... is more books that boost my other abilities. Let's see. Yeah, I have a lot of these resource caps that I don't know what to do with exactly. Waiting for the axe upgrades to go. Okay, so if we go back to Artificer... because, yeah, I should be boosting some of these. A lot of these? Speed. Crafting speed. It's really these two. Because if I can get my craftsmanship and my crafting costs to be good prices. Wins the spellcraft. Okay, there we go. Keeps us off the top. There we go. Now I have more resources than I honestly know what to do with. We don't have any new concepts. Nope, that's out. I've got a couple of orb experience, which I could invest in something, but I haven't hit any, like, major walls. Like, there's a little bit for more storm, which isn't a bad idea, but I don't know if I care. Get the next... These... Oh, gosh, I should end this episode. We'll figure this out next time. There's a lot of stuff. I want to see what these energetic trees give me, because I feel... It feels like those are going to be the key. Maybe? I just need something that's, like, giving me more natural resources so I can plant more trees quicker. Something that gives me trees automatically, or something that generates wood automatically. Like, these are all actual options that I do have. I just have to find out where they are. So for now, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.